Hey everyone, Joey Abrams here with your update for your Ottawa Real Estate Market year ending 2018. 2018 was real hot. Sold more units, condos and residential than any other year in the history of Ottawa. So we'll touch on that and a little bit more moving forward. If you haven't viewed my video from last month, feel free to check my business page out on Google or as well on Facebook and take a quick look at that. It's a little bit longer than this video will be, but with that being said, let's jump right into the statistics as of December in 2018. In the residential market, which includes your freehold, detached, semi-detached, and townhomes, among others, don't let the decrease in units sold for December 2017 to December 2018 shock you. We spoke about the dangers of small sample sizes when looking at the data in last month's update, and this change doesn't provide an overall picture of the market in terms of units sold. The prices continue to rise when we speak about the year-to-date changes, and the listing drain is the overlying story of the market, and we'll touch on that in just a little bit. In the condo market, which includes any unit in which there are common elements where a condominium fee is charged, unit sales were down in December compared to the previous year, but both the units sold to date as well as the average prices are up. In fact, the large increase in condo sales for 2018 helped the Ottawa market reach an all-time in combined, meaning residential and condo unit sales at 17,479 units sold, up slightly from last year's unit sales of 17,883. I've went ahead and updated the charts that we looked at last month with respect to the residential and condo average sale prices in units sold. Here are those charts for you to look at once again. Feel free to pause the video to get a better look at these charts, or better yet, contact me by phone or email and I'd be happy to share this information with you. As you can see, adding the December numbers really didn't move the needle in terms of prices or units sold as compared to last year when you're talking about the entire numbers and not necessarily just the percentage increase or decrease. But where our numbers really do change, and we touched on it a little bit last time, is where our inventory currently stands. And I'd like to revisit that, not in a chart form, but really lay out the numbers for you this time. So this next slide is going to be fairly involved, and I'll leave it up for a little bit so you can study it and take a look at it. But once you look at it and I kind of explain a few things to you, you'll kind of get the feel of where we really are for the inventory shortage, and I like to call it the inventory drain in Ottawa as we currently sit. If you remember last month, we talked about the inventory story being the lack of inventory. While the graph showed some strong visual evidence, I thought it would be interesting and more informative to show you the actual numbers to see how large of a decrease we are actually talking about. In short, the market continues to be starved for inventory. If you start by looking at the percentage change by month from year to year, you will see double-digit decreases in both the residential and condo market since the middle of 2016. While the residential market saw less of a decrease than it did in 2017, don't expect a huge turnaround for 2019 as we continue to see an influx of buyers as well as a backlog of current buyers looking to get into the market. Someone looking to downsize or move outside of the city proper where more bang for your buck value exists can really take advantage of this inventory shortage and consequently higher sale prices for their current home. This may or may not be the case for everyone, and I'd love the opportunity to speak with you or someone you know if you think that may fit this narrative. For first-time homebuyers, this decrease in inventory can be frustrating, but it's important to stay the course and most of all, be very prepared when a property that you have interest in hits the market. Timing is everything in these situations, and a solid agent will be able to guide you through this situation right from the start. If you wait until after you see the home that you have interest in to get your financing and an agent in order, it's going to be way too late. That home will be sold in all likelihood before you have an opportunity to really put an offer in on it. So if you're a first-time home buyer, I highly suggest you start now in securing that financing. Get yourself a qualified agent and really interview a couple of them and get to know who works best for you, because that's what they should be doing. Is they should be serving your needs. Getting back to the market update, if you move over to the left and you look at the actual units, not the percentage, you can see exactly the numbers that the Ottawa market is dealing with respect to the shortage in inventory. So the shortage of inventory is the story, but even more so is the decrease in inventory from year to year. Add those two things together and you kind of get where we're at right now with the market. I suspect the inventory drain to continue through 2019, but I don't expect it to remain in the negative 20% range. This will mean that the sale prices will continue to rise and the amount of unit sales will remain high, maybe not up in the 17,000 range like we've had for the past 2 years, but not too far off either. So, what does this all mean for Ottawa? Well, when you consider the national statistics provided by CREA, the Canadian Real Estate Association, Ottawa is still well below the national average in home resale price, yet well above the national average in terms of its growth. So I'll include a little article in below this video that you may find very interesting speaking to this. The other thing to consider is that interest rates are still relatively low historically speaking. So even if you are thinking about getting into the market and you're a little concerned with these numbers, don't be. It's still a strong market, whether you're buying or selling, and a great time to get into real estate. I'd love to hear what you think about this market update and how it may pertain to you. I would also welcome any feedback with respect to this video. If you have any questions or comments about the video or the content, let me know and maybe I can include them in the future. For now, I wish you and your families all the best in 2019, and I will see you next month with a brand new market update. Take care. Bye.